Bitcoin pulls back from $99,000 all the way down to $90,791. Now, funny enough, this is actually not too bad for the market, and here's why. You can actually see that for my last market update I mentioned and uploaded on YouTube, a lot of the old meme coins that were doing well in the beginning, early stages of the cycle, are now starting to pull back. Obviously, this one is an exception because this was recent, but this is already down 33% too. Bonk or Popcat or Floki or Pepe or Whiff, even something like Dogecoin is down from about here all the way to here. But if you notice, some of our cryptos that we've mentioned in the market updates, such as XLM, TIA, Phantom, SCI, Polkadot, these have done pretty well in the last 7 days. Now, obviously, we know that XLM and XRP go one in one together, and the reason why Sandbox and Mana are pumping right now is because GameFi is making a slight comeback, but a lot of the altcoins are actually doing pretty good with this pullback that Bitcoin had. And personally, I think that's pretty good for the markets as long as Bitcoin stays around this area and above this range. A lot of the action happened around here, and this pullback didn't really affect that many altcoins. And this chart right here is pretty good and will come in handy moving forward in the upcoming weeks of this cycle that we're in. Because if already these cryptos are doing good right now in the early stages, alongside some of these cryptos as well, it's very likely that as the market continues to stay bullish and the uptrend continues, some of these cryptos are going to try and reclaim some of their previous highs. Maybe not quite all the way to their high, but they'll aim to keep going and following the trend. And a good sign is to see, okay, when are these meme coins going to start making another rally? Because previously when we were talking about memes, we saw in the early stages in the first week, these were some of the first ones to actually go up with crazy returns. But now we can see the aftermath. So what I would personally be doing right now is I would take note of which cryptos are already starting to do well at this current stage of the cycle and start looking at the list of cryptos back and forth. Don't FOMO. Make sure you have patience. Make sure you're disciplined. You don't need a top blast. If you're a swing trader like me, you don't really need to do much except for enter some very, very low leverage plays or just spot plays if you feel comfortable to do so. Since I'm already holding a lot of Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, I'm doing pretty well. And if I do like any cryptos, I'll probably definitely wait for another large altcoin pullback before I decide to make a decision, oh, hey, let me take some of the profit I've made and use that profit to buy something new. Your risk management is the most important thing this cycle. My initials have been out since the beginning of this year, so I've been risk-free for a very large amount of time. But many of you guys are not in the market and you're looking to get into the market. So if you go in blindly and just enter towards the top of some of these altcoin rallies, you probably will get hurt and burnt out if the market does pull back. So keep a lookout for what you need to look for. Stay safe, not financial advice. Follow, like, and comment.